Sometimes, life hands you a treasure, and you give it away, not because you're careless, but because you never realized what you had. This is the story of a man, a donkey, and a diamond. In a quiet, dusty village far from any city noise, there lived a poor laborer. Every morning before the sun touched the rooftops, he would wake up, dig soil from the nearby hills, load it onto his donkey, and carry it to the town to sell. It was a hard life, but it was honest. One morning, while digging through the earth, his shovel hit something solid. Curious, he bent down, brushed off the dirt, and uncovered a shimmering stone. It was smooth, bright, and sparkled like the morning dew. But the laborer didn't know what it was. A shiny rock, he thought. He tied it loosely around his donkey's neck like a charm, maybe to bring him luck. Later that week, as he walked the usual route through the village, a local merchant, the owner of a small grocery shop, noticed the stone glittering against the donkey's neck. "What's that?" the merchant asked. The laborer glanced. "Just something I found while digging. Looks nice, but it's probably nothing." The merchant liked the way it sparkled. It looked special. "I'll give you 50 pounds for it." The laborer smiled. 50 pounds for a random stone? That was more than a full week's wages. Deal. And just like that, a diamond was sold for the price of a market basket. The merchant took the stone and hung it on his weighing scale, more as decoration than anything else. Customers admired it. Some asked about it. He'd proudly say, "Just a shiny stone I bought off a villager, only cost me 50 pounds. One day, a jeweler walked into the shop. The moment he laid eyes on the stone, he froze. "Where did you get this?" he asked. The merchant shrugged. "Oh, that thing. Bought it last week from a laborer. Looks good, right?" The jeweler leaned in, eyes wide. "That's not just pretty. That's a diamond, a rare one." The merchant blinked. The jeweler said, "I'll give you 80 pounds for it." But the merchant sensed it was worth more. "If you want it, it's 100 pounds. Take it or leave it." The jeweler hesitated. "I'll be back tomorrow," he said, trying to act clever. "I'll get it for 90 pounds. But fate had other plans. That evening, another jeweler, traveling through the village, had his car break down. He walked into the merchant's shop looking for help, and saw the diamond. Without hesitation, without bargaining, he said, "I'll give you 100 pounds for this right now." The merchant agreed. Deal done. No second chances. The next morning, the first jeweler returned, confident he'd now get the stone for 90 pounds. But when he looked around, it was gone. The merchant smiled. "Sorry. Sold it last night." Another gentleman paid 100 pounds. The jeweler's face went pale. "You fool!" he shouted. "That was a priceless diamond, and you sold it for just 100 pounds?" The merchant didn't flinch. He simply said, "Sir, I didn't know it was a diamond." "You did, but you were too busy haggling over 20 pounds. He looked him in the eye. "So, tell me again, who's the fool?" What this story really teaches us is simple, but powerful. Sometimes, in trying to save a few pounds, we end up losing something priceless. We think we're being clever, bargaining, delaying, calculating, but in the end, we outsmart ourselves. Knowing the value of something means nothing if you don't take action. The first jeweler recognized the diamond for what it was, but his greed made him wait. And in that hesitation, he lost it forever. The truth is, good decisions don't wait around. He said, "I'll come back tomorrow." But tomorrow had already moved on. Life doesn't always give second chances. And maybe the most beautiful lesson? Even a donkey can carry diamonds. Sometimes, the most valuable things in life don't shine at first glance. They look ordinary, common, easy to overlook until someone with the right eyes recognizes their worth. So ask yourself, are you blind to the diamonds in your own life? Are you hesitating, waiting for the price to feel just right while the moment quietly slips away? Life offers us treasures every day. But if you're too focused on saving 20 pounds, you might miss something worth 1,000 times more. Don't let that be your story.